Today is a concluding lecture on a complex number. So we'll try to solve some problems where the proof is demanded. Look at the question. The question is asking about if x plus iy will be equal to root under a minus ib upon c plus id, then prove that x square plus y square the whole square will be like this also. Okay. Now consider this is nothing but the first fact given to you. Okay. Suppose I have calculated the conjugate of that, I will get x minus iy, and on the right side if I will take a conjugate, then I will be getting a plus ib upon c minus id. Okay, this is the second expression. This is nothing but the first expression. Now I am just multiplying first and second. X plus iy, over here it will be x minus iy, left hand side multiplication will be equal to square root of a minus ib upon c plus id, over here a plus ib upon c minus id. Now it is in the form of a square plus b square, so I should write it will be a square minus it will be iy the whole square will be equal to square root of, here also the same nature, it will be a square minus ib the whole square upon it is nothing but c square minus id the whole square. Okay, now it is going to be x square, here it is minus, it will be I square means minus negative, it will be y square will be equal to, if you apply the same thing, it will be a square plus b square upon over here c square plus d square, Now if you open up, this is nothing but positive, if you square on the both sides, you will be getting x square plus y square. Okay, the whole square is nothing but a square plus b square upon c square plus d square. I think that is nothing but the demanded question. Okay, so by using a conjugate also you can get. This is one more question on the same line. Again, if you see, this will be the expression. Okay, if you take a conjugate, then also you apply the previous method and see that you will get the answer. Just I am waiting for a while and explaining other way out also. Other way out is nothing but a plus ib I can written as x plus I, over here also x plus I divided by 2x square plus 1. Now written this way. Now take a magnitude of this. What is the magnitude of this expression? It is root under a square plus b square. Over here 1 by 2x square plus 1 is a number which will be coming out. Now I am trying to find out the magnitude of this. What is the magnitude of this expression? It will be root under 1 plus 1. Over here root under 1 plus 1. Is it okay? Root under 1 plus 1, root under 1 plus 1. So by that way you will be getting, it is nothing but 1 plus 1 is 2, root 2 by x square. So better way to apply the conjugate approach. Here also you can write, conjugate. So instead of that, we'll apply the conjugate approach. You are not getting the solution by this method. 1. Now if you take a conjugate, you will be get here minus. So it will be nothing but a plus ib. Next step is nothing but a minus ib. A plus ib into a minus ib. Now this is square. So over here also on the right side it will be x plus I. Over here x plus I. This is x minus I. It will be x minus I. Divided by 2x square plus 1, over here 2x square plus 1. This is nothing but a square plus b square. Over here x square plus 1. This is also x square plus 1. Therefore x square plus 1 the whole square divided by 2x square plus 1. Okay. So this way you can get the solution for this question. See the next question. Write down the question. If u will be equal to x plus I by the whole cube, u plus ib, then show that u by x plus v by y is nothing but like this also. So start with this. It is u plus ib. I am opening this. It will be a cube plus 3 a square b plus 3 a b cube plus b square and b cube over here. I am trying to simplify left hand side, so it will give me LHS is equal to, it will be x cube, here I, so it will be 3i x square y but here it is I square is there, minus will come, minus 3xy square. It is I cube is also minus I, and this is nothing but. So if you ask me simplify this further, so these are the real part. There will be x cube minus 3xy square I can write, and plus I am simplifying, I can write 3x square y minus y cube. So this is left hand side, this is left hand side. So now with this left hand side, right hand side is given as u plus iv. So u is nothing but this expression. So from the above expression, u will be equal to x cube minus 3xy square, and v will be equal to 3x square y minus y cube. So you try to find out u and v separately. You may be asking why? Because you want u by x and v by y. Now in the next step, u by x is nothing but x square minus 3y square. V by y required, v by y is nothing but 3x square minus y square. Now I can add these two things because the question demand addition of this. Therefore u by x plus v by y will be equal to, it will be x square minus 3y square plus 3x square minus y square. So it will be nothing but 4x square minus 4y square. You can take 4 common, you will be getting x square minus y square. So that is nothing but the demand of the question. Okay. So one more last question we'll talk, and then we'll conclude as stop with this topic. You can then see the books and solved question from any reference book. You will get the idea what the logic is applied, and you can complete the work. Now the question is, alpha and beta are the two different complex number. Alpha is also complex number, beta is also complex number, and magnitude of beta is given as 1. Then you have to find out the value of this expression. This particular question is a different approach. What I am doing, look here. I am trying to write beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta the whole square. Now something square is nothing but, in a complex number you have learned, z into z bar is nothing but mod of z the whole square. This is a rule which we have learned. So what does it mean? Whatever it is written, this I should write beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta. Over here beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta and the whole conjugate. Okay. Now keep on simplifying. Beta minus alpha as it is, alpha minus alpha bar beta will be as it is, because these are the complex number. Conjugate we have learned z1 by z2, the whole conjugate is nothing but conjugate of numerator upon conjugate of denominator. Product law also it is applicable. Okay. So by that way I will be getting beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate, over here 1 alpha conjugate of conjugate and beta conjugate. This also you know, conjugate of conjugate is nothing but the number itself or complex number itself. So if you take a LCM, then it will be 1 minus alpha bar beta, over here 1 minus alpha beta bar. Followed now why alpha is coming here. Similarly in numerator, beta into beta bar, first one, minus beta into alpha bar, minus alpha into beta bar, plus alpha into alpha bar. Now simplify the numerator and denominator both, you will get a required. So it is, I should write magnitude of beta the whole square. Here can I write like this, minus alpha bar beta, over here alpha bar beta, and here bar. Look here, alpha bar and this bar, it is beta bar, plus magnitude of alpha the whole square, divided by 1 1 is 1 minus alpha beta bar minus alpha bar beta plus alpha bar beta bar. Okay. Now magnitude of beta square is given in the question as 1. So 1, I am writing like this also, no need to write in that form, in the reverse form also, minus alpha beta bar plus magnitude of alpha the whole square, divided by, this is 1 minus this alpha beta bar minus alpha bar beta, and this is nothing but magnitude of alpha the whole square, because magnitude of beta the whole square is nothing but 1 magnitude. So if you see numerator and denominator is nothing but 1. So we have calculated something square of this. So suppose p square is 1, then p must be also equal to 1. If you apply the same logic, then magnitude of this square is also getting 1. So what was the demanded in the question? Magnitude of this square is getting 1. So this answer is also, and this answer is nothing but 1. So just practice more things, more complex number questions on this line, and get it solved the rest of the question. Okay, thank you.